was 2007. Leeds dropped 15 points from League One. You joined the club. What drew you to Leeds United that day?
I've been asked a few times this occasion. I think it was the fact that I don't think Leeds could have got in a worse position. I had a phone call off Dennis Wise. He said, "Look, do you want to come and join us?" He says, "We're in a bit of trouble." And I just felt like I'd got into a bit of a situation at Norwich where I wasn't really playing. Well, I was playing. I'd played the last 2 seasons, but I just felt like at my age I'd sort of lost myself a little bit. I just felt like I needed a new challenge, and being from Manchester, you know how big Leeds is anyway, and it just felt like I wanted to give it absolutely everything, and it was just a no-brainer. You just don't turn Leeds down. So
Yeah, go on.
To be fortunate to play some good Leeds teams, what kind of games stood out for you?
Well, there's 3 or 4 games that stand out for me. The first one is always my debut, when we played at Tranmere. We were getting beat 1-0, and then we managed to win the game 2-1. So that was, for me, that was the start of a journey. And then obviously games go through the career, you know, the promotion games, the playoff games when you lose, and then also, you know, beating Man United, you know, and scoring, but just important games, you know, playoff games and stuff like that. So a lot of games do go through my mind, but obviously the one standout game would be my debut. Then I captained us to minus 15 points, which is a bit of a pub quiz question, so, you know, that's a standout game for me. And then obviously the United and the promotion games.
Big year, that one, wasn't it? That Tranmere game, that's when everyone, the candle when it was scored.
Yeah.
And then everyone jumped up, then they Wisey and Poyet jumped on all players in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, no, we had like a bit of a thing. Yeah, it was weird. I think it was just because of what had gone on in the summer. Obviously, I remember being signed and they had no kit for me. And I had to get kit out of the back of Gwyn Williams' car, so it was just one of them things. Everyone was pulling together in the right direction.
That season, Leeds got promoted to Championship. You played a huge role in League One that year. How did you feel knowing becoming a bit part player after you played such a critical role? I think you say first season in Championship, and played Arsenal in the Cup, won it, and I think you knew you were leaving then, or there were rumours you were going to go. And I think you were Leeds fans.
It was a funny situation really, because that was my last year in my contract when we got promoted, and then, you know, sort of hanging around for him to give me a new contract really. It was sort of like, look, I want to stay and let's see how it goes. So obviously I stayed, and then you realise you're not going to play every week. I know that it's a proper football club, so you've just got to do what's best for the club. And then it came sort of around, there was a few whispers and that, and yeah, that was probably the Arsenal game. I sort of knew that I was going, but there was no hard feelings. There was never, you know, a lot of players leave clubs and get angry and all this and that, but it wasn't the point with me. It was, there was better players than me, and, you know, I wasn't going to take the club forward, and, you know, I'd gone as far as I could go.
Did you come on that day?
No, I didn't come on.
I remember.
I came on at the away leg.
Yeah.
But didn't come on the home leg against Arsenal.
I think we're 3-0 down, 3-1 down at the time. Yeah. I think everyone wanted you to come on last swan song kind of.
Oh well, yeah.
Big performance, top goal.
But I'm lucky enough to be back this season with Bolton on the bench. So that was incredible. So no.
Great reception.
Yeah, I did. I wish I'd got on, but yeah, obviously Leeds beat us that day. So, you know, things have changed now, and it's been a bit of a transition season for me, from going to player to 21 sort of coach to managing the team when Dougie Freeman got sacked for 2 weeks, which was amazing. I know what I want to be. I want to be a coach and a manager, but I've got to coach first. I've got to coach and get better with experience, and that'll probably take me 5-6 years. If it happens this year, great. But, you know, Neil Lennon's give me a brilliant opportunity at Bolton, as Dougie Freeman did before. So now I'm you know, buzzing.
So you said there was no hard feelings leaving the club, but how hard was it to say goodbye?
I think the hardest thing was actually just being at home with my wife, because she knew that I was leaving and how much it meant to me. But that's football. You move on. You know, I know there's been a lot documented on players and this and that, and especially at Leeds this year. For me, I've seen a lot of players this season, or last season, watching Leeds doing the Leeds salute and doing this and that, and it's like, you know, does it really mean that much to them? Do they do that? And I just think
the debuts as well.
Yeah, I just think
You've got to earn it, haven't you?
I think you've got to earn it with at least 100 games, and that means to you and do something. And albeit you might laugh, we did win something. The last time Leeds won something was the Championship under Howard Wilkinson. So I don't know how far or how close they are away from getting promoted. I mean, time will tell this season with a new manager and the infrastructure and the structure and the philosophy they're going to play and on and off the pitch. But it'll be interesting to see how many people come in, and because obviously watching Uwe Rosler's teams, I know the high energy, the high press from the front, and he's going to need a fit team. Yeah. He's going to need some new players, so it'll be interesting to see how they go.
You just touched upon it earlier about returning back with Bolton and Charlton as well. You've done it. How has it felt for you? Seeing the club come back and to your place, when Leeds went to Charlton, you think you give Leeds fans a massive kind of salute.
That day was, I think that day, I don't know if that was the anniversary of Chris and Kev, I'm not sure. I know that was a big day for this family and the fans. And, look, at the end of the day, I played in that game and we beat us. It's weird saying us because obviously I support Leeds. We beat Leeds 2-1 and it was a good game, but there was a transition as well. I think Redders had taken over for that game, and obviously they came back the season after with Brian McDermott and Ross scored 4. I think it was 4 or 3. I missed out on the bench playing at Ellen Road with Charlton, but then I came back with Bolton. But it's magical coming back. It really is. It's you wish you'd have got on, but my time at Leeds was the best time ever. It's hands down, ups and downs off the club and players in and out and players coming through. So I mean, as you know, as fans, it's a special place.
Well, as we've seen Cop, and every time you've come back, mate, you get a massive reception.
I just I can't thank the fans enough for that. I think I get on with them. Just because I know what they want and I know what I am. I'm an average player.
Exactly. Well, you're one of us as well, aren't you?
You've got. I do, but just them little things about them other players that do this and that, it gets under my skin. Right. When players do it. Yeah. And I just think, you're not a Johnny Howson, you're not a Snodgrass, you don't know what it actually means, and hopefully some of them will start realising, and and the one thing is, you fans, us Leeds fans ain't stupid, we're not stupid, we see people right through them, so I'm sure they'll do that.
Today's squad then, and the situation at Ellen Road, how do you think it's going to pan out?
I think it's all good, isn't it? You can't keep saying it's going to be bad, I mean, it's great news. I mean, Adam Pearson's back. I think that's an unbelievable bit of business. Doing what he did before at Leeds, what he did with the commercial department and the way that went. Then he went to Hull and Derby and was a success. He's obviously left Sheffield Wednesday and dropped everything to come here, so he's a Leeds fan. And I think it's good for Cellino, because I think he needs to take the pressure off Cellino. I don't know if he's got upcoming court cases or whatever he's done. But at the end of the day, Cellino's bought the club, he's done what he's had to do. So, start of a new era, he's made a decision on the manager, he's brought Uwe Rosler in, who apart from, he's not really done anything wrong. If you look what he did when he went to Brentford, he built something at Brentford that was pretty good. They've nearly got promoted. He went to Wigan, he got them to an FA Cup final, and then the season after he just left through a sticky period. So in my eyes, I think he might have something here.
He had his hands tied a bit at Wigan as well, didn't he? He was getting players sold behind his back as well a few times.
So I think it could be a hell of a bit of business. I hope so.
I think that first season when he got into FA Cup, they were in Europa League as well.
And the way they play.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great news, and I think it makes you laugh, but Germans, they get things right, don't they? They're shrewd, they're efficient, and hopefully the team will be.
Build on a solid foundation, don't they? From the back as well. So.
Yeah, and with a few bits and bobs of the other youngsters coming through, I think it's great that he's in there, and he's bringing Rob Kelly with him, who's an exciting coach, who's coached for years, and I think it's a good partnership.
You ever worked with him?
No, I mean, I've played against these teams when he's been caretaker manager. I played with players that work with him, and they say he's a top coach. Yeah. So positives to me.
Do you think he'll be here by Christmas, Rosler?
I think you've got to say because I keep if straight away if a manager comes in and we're all like, is he going to be? Forget that. He's in here now. So let's keep him in here. Let's keep working together. Let's keep everything on side. Let's have a good pre-season. Yeah. But like you say, look, if a manager loses 10 games on the bounce, then he's in trouble. If a manager wins 5, draws 1, loses 1, you just got to see. I'd say by Christmas, if we're in the top 10, I'd say it's a push. I'd say doing well.
I think when you touched on Pearson earlier, I think he'll play a key role, because if Pearson went around, Selena would just sack him like that after 3 games.
Yeah, no, Pearson for me, and is the key signing, and then obviously Uwe Rosler for me. I think I'm really excited actually. So I've watched him, I've watched his teams, I've played against his teams, I've been in, up close and next to him on the side of the pitch. So I like his mannerism and I like the way he works.
What do you make Redfern going back to the academy after the way he was treated?
I can't really comment on that. Until if I was in Redfern's shoes, I don't know. That's something for the club to deal with.
What's your thoughts on the future for Leeds United then? Where do you see us in 5 years' time? Do you expect to be there in some capacity?
Me personally, that'd be a dream. But obviously, I'm at Bolton, and hopefully, I want to climb up the ladder there and see how it goes there. But Leeds, I'd like to think, would have had a right go at getting in the Premier League, or if not, be a top. Sometimes things take a long time. I'd say within 5 years, if they could be in the Premier League, I think they've done well.
Yeah.
Because look at Leicester, it took time, and then they did it. Norwich took time, and then they did it, and then they came back down and they bounced back. I think it's going to take a good 2-3 years. I mean, if they do it this year, phenomenal, but it's got to be a slow cycle.
We've been at 10 years, haven't we? But we've completely done it the wrong way. We take one step forward and several steps back.
Yeah, but I think now's the time for it to go forward. I think when Bates took over, actually, was successful. You can say what you want about Bates, but what he did, got promoted, sold the club, going in the right direction, then it's gone a bit whatever. Now, I've just got to be positive. When people ask me about Leeds, we'd be gone. I'm thinking, why is everyone so negative? Just be positive now. Be positive. That's all you got to be.
I think it's a sense of paranoia. I think because we've been so much. When you look at other clubs as well, and you think, like Wigan and maybe not Brentford now, because they've gone through a bit of a sticky patch, but not much happens, does it? Just get on with it. But with Leeds, it's every month there's a drama, hasn't there, for the last few years.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think it wouldn't be Leeds if it won that. Yeah.
We feel. When things are like this now, we feel something's not right. There's something going to happen. Like tomorrow there's going to be a sacking.
You're bound to expect that, but I think once it comes out of it, once you come out of them sticky patches, I think we'll be all right. And I'm really, I'm just look at these over in the cake here. I'm just absolutely over the moon that they've got Uwe Rosler in, they've got Rob Kelly, they know what they're doing, and Adam Pearson, and touch wood, goes in the right direction.
One question we missed out here is the best player you played with at Leeds in your time. If you had to pick out one.
It's a funny question, because if you said to me, who's your first pick in training?
Yeah, even that.
I'd have to go Johnny Howson.
Yeah.
But then there's Snodgrass, and then there's Delph, and then there's Bex, and then you have Paddy at back. But if you're going to have a first pick in training, you pick Johnny Howson. Pick Johnny Howson.
Just all-round professional.
Everything, yeah. Johnny Howson. Put it this way: if you have a daughter and you want her to marry anyone, you want her to marry Johnny Howson.
You might need to say that again, because she came over, as you said, that cracking one line, and then she came and having tomato sandwich.
Leave that in. Leave it all in, that's part of it.
Atmosphere, innit? So Johnny Howson then,
yeah, take Johnny.
I heard a lot about when Becchio signed. Nobody knew who he was. You're this Argentinian forward.
Yeah, he just turned over in Ireland. He had a brace, he had long hair, he looked like...
And he was loyal. First training session, and he was just banging him in.
You just knew who he was. He held it up.
Going, what a player this lad could be.
Yeah, and then he did the rest of the pre-season games, played at Barnet away, and that was him, boom.
Yeah.
It's a shame how things ended for him at Norwich. He'd be a good one to get back.
Yeah, well, he had that spell at Rotherham, didn't he, as well?
If he's still hungry, though.
Free agent now, isn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know if he's hungry. I've not spoke to him for a few months.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him just to come to Leeds for the money. I'd actually want him to come.
Well, there's that big debate about should he come back, but he's not played for 2 years really. I know he had that spell at Rotherham. He played 5 games with 3 goals this season.
Yeah, but
he got injured, didn't he?
It's different playing at Rotherham and playing at Leeds.
Yeah.
Leeds, your expectations. Rotherham, he just goes out and does what he did, but Leeds is a different kettle of fish, isn't it?
It's a shame when you see a player like him getting 20 odd goals a season consecutively, gets a move and then nowhere.
Just never played there. I might give him a call, see how he is, but he'd be one that I would think of bringing back. Yeah. If he had the desire and he wants to. But I'm sure the manager will know what he wants to do.
Depends what formation he's going to play in. Is he play one up top or
4-3-3? He said, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, we've just signed Lee Irwin from Motherwell as well.
Yeah, and I watched him in the playoffs. He looks
yeah, he's a
handful.
good player, doesn't he?
Impressed.
Yeah, I mean, looks good.
There are a few
Listen,
clubs after him.
people say 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2. You just got to win.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, you just got to win. So, you can say what you want. You've got to win games, and you live and breathe by your results, and you die by your results, especially at Leeds. So, win.
Championship's one of these leagues that you just need to get out. Yeah. 4-4-2 from these. That's all successful teams.
Yeah, they have. If you look at Leicester in the recent years,
big man, little man.
They had Nugent and Vardy.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Which league would you say is tougher than using League One or Championship to get out?
Good question.
Championship. League One. If you get off to a good start, you can hang on. Championship, if you get off to a good start, you can still get caught because people invest and put money in. Whereas the League One, you get off to a good start, people think, oh, they're already away. You can sort of hang on to it and grind on and dig in. So yeah, definitely, the Championship is the hardest one.
See, I enjoyed our League One days. I just thought going to all the away grounds, all the little clubs and stuff like that. It's proper.
We sold out every week,
yeah.
but in a way, it was a blessing really because it sort of brought the club back to life.
Yeah.
But it rejuvenated everyone and galvanised everyone, and we were unlucky the year after when we got promoted under Grayson. We were in the playoffs, weren't we? Just missed out in the playoffs. So yeah. At one point we were top of the league. So he didn't build a bad team.
No, it's a shame how it worked out for him, really, isn't it? Like Howson went and stuff like that. And
people let the contracts run down. You can't let top players' contracts run down, and then you can't control players that want to leave.
Look at some of them now where they've gone, like Sir Bradley Johnson. He's had a stormer this season.
Yeah, no, Brad, Johnny, Fab, Max Gradle, Snodgrass. You can name. You can name a lot, and there's obviously the future stars that are coming through now. You know it, your Cooks, even the Byram. Everyone, some good players.
That League One team you played in when we got promoted, I'd probably say that's probably one of the best teams starting 11.
Oh, it's a strong team. That was a strong.
5 years.
Even like Neil Kilkenny, middle of the park, Doyle. Don't forget Michael Doyle.
Doyle was a little ankle biter, wasn't he?
Doyle, you needed him.
Yeah.
I think.
Where's he now then?
He's just been released from Sheffield United.
Ah, that's it. Oh yeah, he went there, didn't he? Because there's a lot of the old boys at Preston. Because Kilkenny's at Preston.
Yeah, Kilkenny, Beckford,
Huntington.
You forget. Hunter. Yeah, you forget that.
Scored, didn't he? Play on fire.
Yeah. So you forget. We had a good team.
So we've got some Twitter questions now.
Go on then, Boo.
I'm not very good at pronouncing the names, but we've got Synergy Redu, which said, which ex-Leeds player have you kept in touch with over the years?
I kept in touch with. I speak to Johnny Howson.
More regularly, yeah.
Yeah, I speak to Johnny, Bradley, Snoddy. Fab.
Snoddy will stay at home.
Well, yeah, he's contracted there, isn't he? I presume so, and he's had a bad injury, so he needs to have a good year of playing again.
For him, really. I thought he would have done really well at Olympia.
Yeah, he needs to play for another year. He's had a bad injury, so fingers crossed he gets back. Yeah, he will do though. He's strong. He's mentally strong.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy.
So a lot of the players that he played with him are still in touch with him.
Yeah, I speak to Casper as well, and I seen Jonathan Douglas the other day. I see Prutz.
Yeah.
I was at Prutz's wedding the other day, so no, I've seen Alan Sheen, I've seen Dave Lucas. No, I see.
Prutz is a pundit now, isn't he? On the
Sky, yeah, he's doing well.
He's
doing very well.
Jesus, he's done well for himself.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
So Kia Taylor says, what's the first thing you think of when someone says Leeds?
What, as in the
First
club?
thing that comes to mind, yeah.
Just the sheer size of it. No one, until you play for it, you don't know it. You don't know.
All the history,
yeah, you don't know. When you see the old legends walking round and the history, until you've been there, it is one of the biggest clubs in the world and one of the biggest 5, 6 biggest clubs in the land now. So, even people talk to me now about Bolton and players there. Usually, how big's this? How's that? And players ask me about it, and I go, "Do you ever get the chance to play for Leeds? You go. You have to experience it."
Yeah, it's good that all the old boys are always all around as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're all still.
They're all still hanging around and doing the bits and bobs. And it's good that people respect the history, but there's a time for new history, and it's up to the players there now and the manager now to create that new history.
We need it, don't we?
We'll get there.
What do you think of the six, the Leeds United players that said they were injured at back end of last season.
Oh, I think Dominic Matteo said about that, so I'll leave it there. What he thought. I'll just say nothing to do with Leeds United, but if any teammate of mine or whatever faked an injury to not play for a club I was at, that'd seriously disrupt the dressing room, and I'd have to say something to them. But the Leeds, I don't know the situation, so it's nothing to do with me. But if it was another teammate at another club, I wouldn't be happy. And that's I'm saying that lightly.
I feel sorry for a couple of them, like Sylvester, because he generally had an injury.
Well, if someone's genuinely injured, there's nothing you can do about it.
Into it, didn't they?
I don't know. You tell me.
But yeah, it showed that there were a divide between them, wasn't it?
Right. Well, if I was there, I could have commented on it, but not being there, I can't.
Shouldn't ever play for Leeds again, then.
Obviously, like a real togetherness when you got promoted with that side. How important is togetherness in a successful?
It's the most important thing. You've got to have team cohesion. It's the most important thing. If you've got a crap dressing room, you've got a crap team. End of. It's as simple as that.
We interviewed Lewis Cook midway through last year, and he told us that he looked up to you and that your game and stuff, and that he wanted to represent how you, like the rapport you have with the fans.
Wow.
That's what he was saying.
Well, that's.
He mentioned you on that.
Well, that's nice of him because he is a top player, isn't he? Yeah, what's he worth now? 10, 12 million playing for England already.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch him and he covers the ground, and it was almost last year when you're looking for a senior player to lead the team. It was as if Cook was leading the team.
Well, it's not a coincidence that we went 10 games without winning when he got injured last year.
Well,
we've got that seriously. I think he picked it up on England duty, didn't he?
I think Cook, Mowat, Byram, keep them free.
Yeah.
And the club will get promoted.
Charlie Taylor left back.
Charlie Taylor has been superb, yeah. I think you keep them four, but someone turns around and offers you 12, 13 million for a player, and you can bring in 10 players that are going to take the club forward, then that's football. But he's definitely one of the brightest young prospects I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It would have been lovely to play with him, but unfortunately he's a bit young, wasn't he?
Well, he was only just turned 17, hasn't he, when he's debuted for Leeds. It's incredible.
Shows how good he is.
His head and shoulders. It's like he's got a football brain of a 35-year-old.
Yeah, but you know what? Everyone goes on about coaching and this and that. The best players always make it. Yeah. So Leeds has got the best area to pick up players.
Yeah. We've had some crackers of it, yes, haven't we?
Basically, it's like there's a book called The Goldmine Effect. Yeah. And what it is it's anywhere in the world there's areas where the best people come from. So in Kenya there's this one village where the best long distance runners in the world all come from, and then where Usain Bolt's from, their village championship is like better than the Olympics. So these special areas, they specialise or whatever. So they asked a question on the FA a few weeks ago on a course, and they said, oh, where's the Goldmine Effect? And everyone was like Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle, and I went Leeds, and he went, yeah. He went, Leeds has got the best goldmine effect for kids you can ever imagine, because everyone wants to play for Leeds.
Well, you could reel names off, couldn't you?
So,
come up with 20, 30 names like that straight.
So that's why it's so important that you keep the academy and what's going in and keep them coming through, because everyone wants to play for Leeds. All kids that grow up in Leeds want to play for Leeds. If you grow up in Manchester, you want to play for City, United, you might go and play for Oldham, Rochdale, you do this. In Leeds, it's Leeds.
What are the chances of them breaking into Man City and Manchester United? They've got no chance.
You've got to be special.
Yeah, like really special.
You've probably got more chance at United than City.
Yeah. City never breed them through now, do they?
No. Everton are good at it.
Yeah.
They took one off us, Luke Garbett, who's nearly in the first
team. He's
team.
been released, he's a free agent now.
Luke Garbett?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Is he not?
They're trying to give him a new deal, yeah. Luke's not been released.
I saw a rumour of a day that we were trying to sign him.
Nah, he's Premier League. It's a shame though, because he's top Premier. He's playing with England in 21s now.
Were you there with Tom Tayu and Michael Woodson when they went to Chelsea?
No, I wasn't. I came just after them.
2006 they went.
Yeah, but they're doing nothing now.
Yeah.
Harrogate Town, yeah. It's football.
£5 million a time.
But at that time they were the best thing, but it just shows you that development over a few years can go forward or backwards. The players catch up, players go here and there.
And that's why it likes a cookie and motor better just staying where they are for now.
I agree. Well, I'm not going to disagree because I'm a Leeds fan, aren't I? So why would I want them to go? But if they can give them what they want to stay, because I know Cook signed the new deal, and Mowat for me, set piece delivery is superb and is important. Byram could be a future Leeds captain if he wants.
Depends what his best position is as well.
Byron, for me, he's a right back. Probably not.
He said he's a right back.
Yeah, he's a right back.
Yeah.
But good players can play anywhere, and he certainly can.
Also playing right side position this season. It's not quite ideal.
No.
But then we've got another generation of kids coming through, like Calvin Phillips and people.
Yeah, and below that you've got even better kids at 14.
Yeah.
You've got some belters.
So it's good times.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Duncan Pub in Leeds, they're near Merrion Centre.
All right.
They've got a training top of yours.
All right, yeah, I'll get in there then.
They've asked if you can sign it.
Yeah, no, I'll go in next time I'm in there.
Yeah. Gary Cooper, who's Leeds Ladies chairman, asked if you'll sponsor a player.
I will actually, yeah. I'll get in contact with him. Yeah, I'll go in and do that.
Luke Bishop, ask him if he would ever be interested in watching a Leeds game with the fans. South Stand
Oh yeah,
experience.
well I've actually been in and watched it with the fans, like undercover without anyone knowing, so that's a no-brainer.
Chris Knowles said we're just going to give you that framed. Great picture.
Yeah, that's the only football picture I've got in my house.
I'm going to say, have you got that framed?
Yeah.
It's a brilliant picture, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see that one I put on last night as well?
Yeah, I did. I've seen a few. Yeah, the one.
Look at that.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Grant
What an idiot! Look
Grant
at the hairy
Mitchell behind
chest.
you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what a day! What a day! Still gives me goosebumps now every time I drive past Ellen Road.
How did that feel?
Yeah, it was indescribable, mate. Yeah. Go on, rattle all through them then.
Let's have a look. Who got the most drunk after a Bristol Rovers game? And that's from Face 33.
Bristol Rovers game. It was the week in Dubai that was more better. After
So he got promoted and then...
Snodgrass had a good night.
Did he?
Yeah.
Who paid that? Did the club just send you off then?
No, I actually went in the week before
Did you?
because we were sponsored off Netflix, weren't we?
Ah, yeah.
So I was like, look, you've had all this, we've won beat United and we've done this and we've done that and we've not seen anything. And the chairman, I was like, we want to go to Vegas to Kent.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. What about Dubai? And I went, yeah, that'll do. And walked out.
Surprised he didn't send you to Monaco.
No. So we sorted out, but we all realised he didn't pay for it. It was Netflix that sorted it out because they sponsored us, but it was an incredible trip.
Yeah,
we went to Dubai, 24 of us, so that was good.
Yeah.
I think someone had said, have you been on a Netflix?
Yeah, we went to Dubai, yeah.
Andy Goldman 39, if you've ever been on a Netflix.
Yeah, we have. There we go. Netflix holiday.
Who's the best player Leeds could sign this summer? And that's from B-Stacks LUFC.
I'd have to see who's on a free.
Premier League released all theirs yesterday.
Yeah.
Didn't
Do you know what? I think if they could sign someone like a Sylvain Distal on a free
Yeah, he's on
and build from the back, like proper experience. But I think they need a top centre half.
Yeah.
I think they need a top centre half.
Just trying to think who got
A
the
striker. But I'd have to look at the list, it's not in front of me. Listen, it's up to Uwe Rosler what they need. They've signed a good striker for the boy from Motherwell, so let's see how it goes.
Sol Bamba's meant to be close to start.
Yeah.
What did you make of him?
I watched him play in a game against Brentford and I thought he was average. I wasn't having him. Brentford played well that day at Ellen Road, so I was a bit... I think he's got the money, he's got the desire. I just think they need a player that's got promoted out of the Championship, knows how the Championship is, still got a bit, and it's finding it, innit? Finding him.
Yeah. There's talks that likes of Joey Barton coming, but I can't see him offering anything that we haven't already got. I don't rate him personally. We can say that. But I just think our midfield's better than what we can offer, and he'll be wanting a lot of money as well.
He might not.
What was he on about? 60,
he might not want the money.
Sound
He
much
might
like
want to be
Leeds, though, isn't it?
He might not. He might be a good signing. He might not be. I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to the manager. The recruitment.
You've talked about your best moment at Tranmere. What were your worst moment at Leeds? Keir Taylor.
That's injuries, losing playoff semi-finals, losing the playoff final.
No wall, was it?
Yeah, so and losing the playoff final to Doncaster. Not good times. And everyone says he's leaving Leeds sad. It was sad, but I've been lucky to do what I've done. So it wasn't sad. It's amazing, and I've got a relationship with people like you and websites and the fans. I'm just over the moon that people like you still want to speak to me.
Yeah, it's great.